All right, good morning world. Good morning KR, this one's for you. I thought I'd just pack it in the same one anyway. You asked the question today regarding Quant. You've been hearing a lot about it, of course you are, because the media is exploding with the pumps that have been going on. It's been pumping for like almost 2 weeks now, but what I have to tell you is there's nothing close to its previous all-time high, so don't worry too much about it. Quant has been around for some time. It's built on the Hyperledger fabric or whatever, basically Hyperledger, right? It's actually even a partner of Hyperledger, if I'm correct. So yeah, this is built on good technology. That's not a problem, but what you have to understand is we have to go into Hyperledger. Hyperledger is a institutional grade blockchain system built by institutions, right? So you have to understand where that comes from. And Quant is kind of the same thing. Now, why is Quant pumping? Very simple. Quant has become partners with LAC chain, which means Latin American and Caribbean chain, right? Or whatever they want to call it. LAC net, basically. Now, that's institution. Technically, I mean, they like to call it a chain, blockchain, whatever, but the point is it's just a CBDC, right? It's a CBDC for the Latin America. They call themselves a non-profit. Happy days. I'm going to tread a bit cautiously again, because this is most of these pumps that are coming in the market. Like, I think it was like the total pump valuation was about 10 to 12% of the total circulating supply. And most of them are internal, right? So what you see is these pumps are happening in the institutions. These are backdoor deals that are happening. Of course, people are jumping in because people do what people do best, right? They FOMO or they FUD, they do one or the other. They never settle for the middle, right? So, there's no balance, there's no equilibrium. That's the problem. So that's what's going on right now. Quant is obviously pumping because of all of these news coming in, and a lot of money is moving in and out. Everything's all good, right? In my opinion, everything's all good. Just be cautious. If you are going to pick some up right now. I mean, the best time to pick it up, I think it was in 2020 when it actually went on Coinbase and it suffered a Coinbase dump. I think that was the best opportunity to buy. If I'm correct, I probably hold some, but I didn't buy any recently, but I think I do hold some from like 2020 when they launched it on Coinbase or something like this, and after the dump I did pick some up. So look, the coin is great. It's built on the Hyperledger, which is a very fast, rapid blockchain. Again, I'm just following the money. Right now, am I going to pick any up? Absolutely not. I still want to see the market stabilize before I pick up anything. I mentioned this yesterday as well on last night's video. I mentioned the same thing. I said, look guys, for me to pick up alts, I can pick up alts anytime. I don't care if alt does 100x right now, right? What's the point doing 100x right now if he's going to go and do a 99x down, right? Tomorrow? It doesn't make any difference to me, right? I'd rather pick up a coin knowing that the entire market is bullish, right? Then I can pick anything. I'm the boss, right? I'll pick up anything, and I'm going to be making money. So that's the most important thing for me. So I'm not really that fussed about it. As for you asked, what do I think about the founder or whatnot? I don't really care. I never have. Listen to one thing. I'm going to say this to you, and I think this should kind of clear this for you for good. Nobody knows who Satoshi is, but we believe in Satoshi's coin. We believe in BTC, right? We don't need to know who the founder is. We don't need to know who he is. That's what cryptocurrency is about, right? It's all about privacy. It's all about that, you don't need to know the founder. It's what the coin is doing for you. What are the people doing? What's the momentum? So that's what you should look at. For example, Quant. I can tell you what Quant has done. Recently, Quant has 60,000 users or 60,000 individual wallets or something like this, right? That's good, right? So there we can see some momentum picking up, right? That's good. I mean, Quant didn't have that many users. Now it's got 60,000 users. Great. We can use that data. Who cares who the founder is? I don't care who the founder is, right? So that's what you're going to, unless the founder's doing something that he shouldn't be doing, or unless he's trying to get the limelight, then I'll be cautious, right? Anyone who's trying to get the limelight, I'm always a bit cautious about those guys, because you never know what they're really up to, right? Do they want the fame? What do they want, right? There's always an ulterior motive. So yeah, you got to be really cautious on that one. But as I said, founder, I don't really care what the founders are doing. I don't really care who they're partnering up with. Clearly, they must be connected well enough with the institutions to be a partner of Hyperledger, to have it built on Hyperledger, to have a technical CBDC, which they don't want to call a CBDC, working LAC chain, whatever you want to call it. That's a CBDC in my opinion, because it's interoperable, and they're making a blockchain where any Tom, Dick and Harry who understands APIs could literally go and plug in an API and now have a whole global financial system. I mean, they've just made it really easy, and that's possible because it's not, Hyperledger is secure, right? Don't get me wrong, Hyperledger is very secure, but it's not the same type of technology that cryptocurrency blockchains use. It's not decentralized. It's a very centralized permission blockchain. You need permission to use their blockchain. So, I mean, yeah, just tread carefully. That's what I'm going to say. But other than that, Quant's a good project, in my opinion. Just on that level. So take it with a pinch of salt, right? It's not decentralized. So if you think it is decentralized, be careful, right? Just because LAC says, oh, we are a non-profit, we are running the LAC Net says we are non-profit, we are running and overseeing the LAC chain, that makes us decentralized. No, it doesn't. You're using the same bloody centralized permission technology. It doesn't make you decentralized. So, but anyway, then again, everything has its pros and cons, right? Decentralized has its pros and cons, and centralized has its pros and cons. Hyperledger is not a bad deal. If anyone wants to pick some up, why not? There's plenty out there. So, listen, it's all good. It's all good. That's what I'm going to say. But when it comes to founders, don't worry too much about the founders. Right now, I can see it's probably going to go and test some of the resistance, and then probably come down again. But again, I'm not going to do a full analysis on Quant solely because the market's not ready for it, right? Whatever pumps we see right now, these are based on news, based on FOMO, sell the news, right? One of those kind of things, like buy the rumor, sell the news, right? That's what's happening right now. Nobody has sold it yet, but they are going to soon start to sell. So little pumps, and then you get the little fishes coming in, little shrimps entering. I hope they don't suffer, but it's all going to be good. That's not an issue. But yeah, just as I said, just be careful. And any assets you buy right now, I think this is the key as well. Sorry guys, I'm driving and concentrating. I'm going to a meeting. It's 9:20 here in the morning, and that's a bit early for me. But anyway, I've got to go and do what I got to go and do. So, what was I saying? Yeah, anything you buy right now, just understand this. The market is not fully confident. If there is a pump in a random coin here and there, if the pumps already happen, then there's going to be a retracement. Wait for the retracement. That's my advice, not a financial advice, obviously, but wait for that retracement. Of course, if you are impatient, you don't want to wait for a retracement, then wait, or at least if you're buying, then be patient enough. Understand that you might have to hold it for, I don't know, a couple of months, maybe a year, before you see any significant difference. So that's all I'm going to say. I mean, just on that note, I don't really want to go any further into anything else, but that's what's, you really need to understand. My advice to you, not a financial advice obviously, is that, when you buy stuff, you got to really, really weigh your risks. Your risk is very important. If you cannot manage your risk, then you shouldn't be trading, full stop, right? Because I know some people, they can't even afford to bloody pay their rent and they want to buy crypto. And I'm like, well, hold on, your first priority is to pay your rent. What's wrong with you? Why are you jumping in? Oh, but that one's going to pump. Oh, who told you it's going to pump? Why do you think it's going to pump? If you're going in with that psychology, with that mentality that, oh, I'm going to get in and I'm going to make a quick buck and then I'm going to pay my rent and I'm going to use my rent money to do it and then I'm going to pay my rent. Bad idea. Don't do stuff like this. What's wrong with you? You need to be looking at, okay, do I have any residual income? Do I have any surplus money sitting around? I'm going to invest that. I can afford to lose that, because remember, every trade is a losing trade until you actually exit, right? So, and if you exit with a profit, then you're in profit. Until then, your trade, you've lost that money, full stop. So yeah, But it's good to see Quant climbing up the ladder as well on the coin market cap. I think currently it's like ranked number 45 or 40 something, God knows. But anyway, point is yeah, it's doing all right. It's not a problem. Again, remember, anything that hypes too much, I want to tread a bit carefully. As I said, I'm not picking up anything right now because I haven't opened up my portfolio to pick up the alt yet, because I need full confirmation. Right now, I don't feel confident in jumping in. I don't mind doing a bit of DCA into BTC, but other than that, I'm not touching any other alts right now. It doesn't matter which alt it is. I'm not touching anything, right? There's going to be a time and I will happily jump on, but I need positivity. I can't do it with this uncertainty right now, especially my mind, right? I'm feeling uncertain, so I don't really want to touch anything. Okay, but my battery's dying, so I'm going to leave it there. Adios.